Oh, crazy day, guys. Anyway, this is a Tesla video, stock video. This is a couple of bits of news about our favorite electric vehicle company, the savior of the broken, beaten, and the damned. Anyway, Tesla, the stock right now, and this is what my friend Dan said, and he's, got 20 years experience, made a lot of money. Said like Tesla right now, if you look at the chart of where it was, like 6 months ago, where it went, like at the height of the pandemic, where it went like a week or two ago, and then where it is now. The stock the last week or so has kind of been moving sideways, a little bit, a little bit peaks and valleys, but for the most part, it hasn't really changed too drastically over the last week or so, maybe 2 weeks. And this is apparently what gives it called a cup shape. And then as it goes out and moves sideways, that gives it the handle. And that's analysis will say that after when this happens, it tends to shoot up, and analysts are saying or anywhere between 12 and 1500. And my friend Dan is one of my business partners. He said that would be a good time to shave a little off the top. And a lot of analysts and seasoned stockbrokers, they will tell you that if you are going to invest, not day trade, but if you're going to mitigate some of your risk, let's say you put $10,000 into a stock, and then X amount of months later, that 10,000 is suddenly 12,000. Okay, you want to mitigate some of your risk. You want to basically lock in those profits. Sell however many shares, which equal to like $2,000. So this way, your cost risk basis is at 10 grand again. And then and do that, and then reallocate it somewhere else, and a lot of people do that. I cannot. I cannot, and I understand the science behind doing that. Okay, it's going to go up, and then probably after Q2 there's going to be a retrace, most likely. Again, I'm not financial advisor. This is just what I'm doing. I'm explaining what he said to me and how I'm reacting to it. Most likely after Q2, and they're going to take a loss. Again, most likely, there's, Elon's pulled off miracles before, and the next month is when Giga Shanghai, Tesla's factory in Shanghai, China, will up production to 4,000 vehicles a week. 4,000. They started at 2 and then went to 3. Like what? And next month, at the end of Q2, they're going to be producing 4,000 cars a week. So by the end of the year, Q3 and Q4, it's 426. 104,000 cars, by just in the last 2 quarters from Giga Shanghai. So yeah, I would say that Tesla has a chance to reach that $500,000 vehicle still. I don't think they will, but there's a chance. Giga Shanghai. But anyway, back to Q2. I don't think they're going to claim a profit. Maybe they have a bunch of ZEV credits coming in. Maybe, a bunch of vehicles that could not get delivered in Q1 get delivered in Q2. The numbers spike up a little bit, and you see this. But even if they do, just for argument's sake, if they claim a loss in Q2 and the stock goes down a little bit, most people would say, okay, you use the profits that you gained, that you locked in when you sold at 12 to 1,500, goes back down to, let's say, $1,000. Let's say that's a new support line. You buy in again. That's a fair assessment. That is a great approach. I'm just going to hold, and then if it does dip at that point, then I will buy more. I mean, my goal is just to buy more anyway, buy as much as I can, of that stock. And that's not the only stock, that I want to buy. I've mentioned Illumina. I mentioned Square. Fastly, I don't think is something that I've covered. Again, they do edge computing. They make sure you stay online. And in the pandemic that we've been experiencing, Fastly has been a very, very good company to use. I was told Fastly or Cloudflare, which is Cloudflare is NET is the ticker symbol, November Echo Tango. And I chose Fastly because that seemed to have more of an upside. That seemed to be a little less controversial. That seemed to have someone that just a good balance sheet. They just did another offering, I think 6 million shares or 9 million shares. They hit like $34, $35. They raised some money at that high because they proved that like we're here to stay. We continuously hit these marks. Our Q1s were great. Who wants a piece? And I should have bought more. And honestly, even at $100 a share, it's only at like $35, $38, I think $41 a share now. Still undervalued. $100, it'll still be undervalued because even though it's not a disruptive company, it's not exactly innovative, it's something that everyone needs. And as not just first world companies, or companies in the first world are using that, companies in the second world are going to start using it also. Companies in the third, everyone, because Tesla, well, not Tesla, it's Elon Musk SpaceX is launching satellites. They're going to have all of these, basically give the world internet very, very cheap. And Fastly is going to be a big part of with their edge computing, keeping people online, keeping them staying connected. So that's definitely something that I'm investing in. But either way, moving on to some more Tesla news. It is a good time to, like I said, some people would shave a little off the top. I'm not, because I believe this stock, again, just my opinion, 2025 to $7,000 a share. By, unless they split, by 2030, 15,000 a share. Again, that's just my opinion. Company could go bankrupt. Elon Musk could get shot. He can get assassinated. It could turn out that he is an alien and people are scared shitless and they don't want to mess with him. Evil genius plans to take over the world. Or maybe someone comes in with a air-powered car and it just runs on air, and that's it. There's no need for anything. But again, I don't think that's it. Tesla's cool. It's fun. Again, it makes you money. And like I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sell on the new high. I will buy again if there is another dip. Like I said, I'm always looking to buy. Some more news though. Made in China Model 3. Basically, the Model 3 that is made in China in Giga Shanghai will increase production, like I said, to 4K a week. And they have their wireless charging already built in, which is something that we do not have in America. In America, the wireless charging is only for the Model Y. And it's by default now, it has it in the Model 3 in China. So I really wish that that's something that we could get. Outside of that, there is a thing with Maxwell battery cells, a bunch that they're going to announce on Battery Day. One of which is the vehicle to grid charging that they do, and the release of energy, and V2G as its that is its acronym, V2G for vehicle to grid. And basically, instead of not only taking energy in, from the Powerwall or the house or wherever, it can also give energy to the house. So places like California, where there's a lot of blackouts, places like Australia, there's a lot of blackouts. My thumb. You're gonna have a way to make money, and depending on where you are, it'll be profitable wherever you have a Tesla. But depending where you are in the world, there's some places, California, Tesla, places with really unstable grids, where you can make an extra $1,000 a year, just from having your car use auto bidder. Again, you're going to have a Wi-Fi connection, because you have to have that auto bidder communicate with the grid and with your car, saying when to hold energy, when to get energy, and then when to sell it back. So it's really something that's good. It's going to help. There is a small possibility that people that work for the grid, those power utility companies, that they say, we don't want it. I don't think that'll happen. I think they'll be welcoming that with open hands, because they have again, everyone's pretty short-sighted or nearsighted, whatever you want to call it. And I don't think the power and utility companies are thinking 30 years in the future where Tesla's going to put them out of business. I think they're just thinking like, we are not doing our job, as a power grid electric company, saying like, there's sometimes at peak times where people are doing laundry, they are blowing their ACs, they are powering their houses, and the grid is not stable enough. We causing blackouts, people are complaining, they're losing faith in us, and Tesla will come in as like a godsend, like, we can use these vehicles and we could stabilize the grid, and there'll be no more blackouts, there'll be less work, less overtime we have to pay, less whatever. It'll be good. Short term, it'll be very good for grid companies and electric companies. And it'll be better for the people. Long term, it will be their death, because Tesla will have, that's it, their battery technology and everything. Again, just my opinion, and that's why I continue to buy. But that is it for today. That is, next check I only have 9 shares of Illumina, so I'll get 1 more share of Illumina, then I'll get a lot of Fastly, and then, some more Tesla. That is it, guys. That is just what I'm doing. I hope you all are well. Next coming up within the next hour is a Pokemon video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.